Okay, welcome back to the next episode of Sorcery. So, should we follow the sound of clanking metal or keep to the path? Let's follow the sound, see what happens. You leave the path and continue through the woods. A short distance onwards, you hide behind a tree and survey a clearing. A number of goblins are in the clearing, working at a mouth of an open cave. They trudge in and out of the opening, carrying large bowls in their arms, piled up with glistening rocks and dull metal nuggets. Treasure. And so you can watch them work, leave them at it, or make a break for the cave entrance. So watch them work. You stayed hidden, getting a sense of the scale of their operation. There are at least 30 goblins inside the cave, each coming out every few minutes or so with a pile of stones. Then there are other goblins working in the clearing with hammers, smashing the rocks into small pieces, extracting metals from inside, loading them into carts, and finally pushing the carts away down a wide track between the trees. It is quite some operation, but not without its weaknesses. There are too many goblins to create any kind of distraction, but they move away into the trees fairly often. Sometimes the cave is left unguarded. So we can try to slip inside the cave, steal from the bowls, or leave the mine. Seems like a really bad idea, but I guess we can just rewind and see what happens. You creep closer, moving around the side of the hill, nearer to the entrance of the cave. Then, when all is quiet, you seize your chance and race across the clearing to the mouth of the cave. You pause a moment at the cave mouth, but no one has seen you. Following the passage cautiously, you move between the cool rocks of the mine, passing and ignoring ladders that lead down and clambering into the clamoring heart of the mine, where 100 goblins sing as they work. Eventually, you reach a junction. Go left or right? Let's go right. You follow a patch to the right. It twists around deeper into the hillside, and it ends in a sealed wooden door. Try the door. You try the door, it's locked. Let's cast a spell. Let's see, it's DOP to open locked doors. You cast a spell, the door shutters and its lock turns over. Then the handle moves of its own accord. On your guard, you watch as it swings open. The room beyond is large and appears to be a storeroom of some kinds. In one corner is a pile of blank rocks, and more rocks are held by a bucket nearby. These flicker with a dull, glistening light. But most intriguing of all is what stands in the center of the space. A mechanical apparatus, perhaps a press or a stone cutter, being operated by a large and powerful ogre. Some kind of rock press. He does not for the moment seem to have noticed you. Let's watch him work. Certain he has not noticed your sudden arrival into the room. You stay in the shadows and watch as the ogre goes about his task. He is dropping stones from the black pile into the end of the machine and turning a heavy handle, crunching rock. Something is coming out of the other side. To see what, you'd have to approach him, as he is between you and the output of the machine. This is another bad idea to approach the ogre. Boldly, you step out the doorway into the pool of candlelight that fills the room. The ogre stops working immediately and turns to face you, growling incomprehensively like the slug he is. You will not be able to reason with him. Let's try casting another spell. Man, what spell should we do? There's so many. Let's see. Nope. Is this a D? Let's see. Nope. Let's see. I'm looking at a spell list over the side to see what I could do. Don't think all letters are available to me, are they? Yeah, like, those are vowels. I'm not yet familiar with how the game's magic system exactly works. Ah, so this is the middle set of letters, and this is the first set of letters. So I can only use this set. Let's see, so if it's a lowercase d, there's nothing much I can do. A W, invisible wall, metal shield. R is, let's see, I'd have dust. Nothing there. I could have a sharp blade, maybe. Yeah, I could sharpen my blade. No, nope, that requires stone. There's no A there. Let's see, W. I think I looked at that one. R. I looked at that one. K. Ken. Nope, don't have an I. Man, they just don't give you much options here. Create a metal shield. Create a shield, huh? I wonder if that'll do anything. Seems like a bad idea. You place a corner rest and cast a spell. You feel the shield expand into position. The ogre will not even be able to see it to avoid it. You are not a moment too slow either. The ogre is on you. Defend. The huge beast. For a huge beast, the ogre moves with surprising speed. Its hammer swings like an executioner's sword. You raise your shield to cover your body as it moves back across the floor. As it brings down the hammer with full force towards your skull, you are largely unhurt. It raises its hammer up across its body defensively. So it's gonna defend. So I whack at it. Stealing your courage, you move in, aiming to trap the ogre against the cave wall. You chase the ogre with a passing blow. It blocks your blow with its hammer. It is left breathless, but otherwise unharmed. You drop down, protecting yourself. As the ogre swipes with its terrible hammer, you catch the impact on your shield. You are largely unscathed. It stomps back behind its machinery, ducking out of sight. I wonder if it's going to defend again. Or should I just try to whack at it? Yeah. Taking a chance, you move forward. Readily a forceful blow. You hurl forwards. The ogre stands staunchly. It growls at you. Expecting a storm, you raise your invisible shield. Just in time, the ogre raises its hammer above its head and attempts to crush you in a single blow. But the shield saves you. The monster looks on in confusion as his blow rebounds. The creature is too stupid to figure out what is happening. You are largely unscathed. It lifts its hammer. Looks like he defends every time. You wound the ogre with a worrying cut. The ogre holds its hammer in front of its body, not touched by your blade. Let's see if I can go in again. Nope, it defended again. It defended twice in a row. The ogre stumbles, suddenly crashing into the machine, which almost buckles under its weight. Drop back behind your shield as the ogre swings its terrible hammer. Deflect. Punish the ogre with a passing blow. The ogre turns away, as though not seeing the blow would stop its landing. But then you see its hide like tough leather, you can barely scratch it. The ogre howls in rage and fear. It is a dumb creature and cannot understand what is happening. It flaps its jaw at you and stamps its feet. Ugh, I got hurt. Expecting the worst, you raise your shield. You're mostly unhurt. Okay, I got him. 3 stamina lost. Guess I could try again, since it didn't take too long. Let's defend. It's kind of hard to know if he's going to go in for a full. Ouch. I wonder if there's a way to just retry it immediately. Let's go in for a big one. I see he always defends. It's hard to tell when he's not going to defend. Ducking out of sight. So I think he's defending. Lifts its hammer. Defend. Ouch. It's pretty hard to do it perfectly. Still getting the hang of how exactly. Let's try one more time, see if I can better than 2 stamina loss. Ogre's on you. So I think this is its last move. And you kind of have to guess where its gauge is. See, this is how much attack power I have, and you don't know how much attack power it has. All you know is how much he defended recently. So he just defended, so his attack power is going up. So he's going to defend now, so there's no reason to. He's going to defend. Pauses to scratch himself. Wonder if that means he's going to defend. Alright, I think I got it. I know what to do. Okay, stamina's low now. So if you overpower me, all you could do is 2. There's no reason not to go all in, especially with this crazy shield. If I go all in, I'm gonna beat him. And then he'll either take 1 damage or 0 or 1. As long as I don't lose. As long as there's weight. There we go. Flawless fighting. Only took me 4 tries. No problem. Readying a forceful swing, you hurdle for your opponent, and then you swing again. Your sword cleaves into the ogre's side. He gurgles unhappily as he slumps to the floor. You breathe a sigh of relief. You're still alive. While the dying ogre heaves his last breath, you investigate the room. You look through the heaps of rock on the table and see if any catch your eye, but they all seem fairly ordinary. Let's try out this machine. Going over to the enormous machine, you try cranking the handle to see what happens, but you simply do not have the strength to make it move. Following the tubes and chutes of the machine, you discover a large gem, an emerald about the size of your fist. It should make for a good trade. Around a valuable 10 gold pieces. You place it carefully into the bag. Search the corners. Do a careful sweep. Come across something soot-covered but solid. Wiping it with your tunic, you find a second large gem you take. Search the room thoroughly now. It's time to be going before someone comes to find the ogre. Head back to the fork in the patches. In the passage. The sunlight from the outside is very tempting. Alright, this is a good time to end the episode. See you next time on Sorcery.